Welcome to tonight's episode of
Mythic Wyrd!
In last week's session, where did we leave off?
Daario got safe in the dome, wasn't he?
Yeah, then he was really gullible or something.
Yeah, safe in the dome in like the first 10 minutes.
Really comfortable spot at the moment.
Yeah, then Bjorn had the idea of getting one of the bodies to
Bjorn, just saying.
to get one of the bodies to study, and then Daario volunteered. Was not forced or convinced.
Very willingly.
Yeah.
First person that was
the
asked.
on that one.
Actually, he wasn't the first person. No, I was going to ask. No, I asked you, Thaleen.
It was
No,
But
but
you were asleep. You were asleep.
Yeah. Then you asked Kyla, didn't you?
no,
Oh,
Kyla
no,
refused.
Yeah.
no.
Let's just say I just suggested it to the wind to see if there was any tickets.
So you used the spell.
You suggest.
Conceit.
Yeah, I failed the roll.
Then what happened?
And then, Daario tried to get the body to study for Bjorn. And then,
Just for,
for the
general
for
safety
the
of the
fate
group.
chosen. And then, I was really close to it. And then, the monster just jumped out of the vent and got me.
Rest in peace, Daario.
Sure did, sucker.
Very quick. Yeah, but you could fail a stealth check.
Yeah.
It was a dexterity check as well to grab him.
No,
Stealth first.
Yeah,
to
so
sneak
I
up
did.
there.
I did good on the stealth, but it was the
It's a
Dex saving
yeah,
throw.
dex
Yeah.
saving throw. That's right.
Yeah.
And boy, did he take you really quick.
Mm.
Really
And
quick.
I dropped my hat and my rapier.
And then the
Oh,
body
you
almost
touched it.
split up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was some disagreements
Oh, we were
between.
attacked first.
Yeah, because
And
Dar is the glue that holds everyone together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we got Jed for that.
Are you replacing him?
No, Jed.
Oh.
Jed's replacing
Are
him.
you playing Jed now?
Oh my god, that would be so cool. Wait, were you capping? What
Oh yeah,
what happens after, guys?
I was in there.
So, people were making stupid decisions, which Bjorn knew was stupid and tried to make that point. And everyone else, being jealous of Bjorn's greatness, decided to argue with him.
People were making stupid decisions like suggesting people go get dead bodies out of the safe dome.
Yep, I don't expect you to understand because you're not very smart. But anyway, so Bjorn tried to take on pretty much everyone in the fate chosen, I think, except for Daario. And then he was like, you know what, screw you guys, and then was going to leave. And then Harukai's insults hit a soft spot in his past that made him reconsider. And then we decided that we were going to work together better. And during that time, we were also investigating the remains of the necros and the fleshy veins in the vents, which Bjorn was able to mind spike and see into the hive mind again, which ultimately led to the heart of the hive mind, which was through a different dimension or like different realm.
Yeah.
And it saw Bjorn seeing them and was like, alright guys, we're gonna fuck this dude up.
Remember while you were in the vent as well, you saw all the vents pulsate, all the veins pulsating, taking biomass from the dead bodies and pumping it to where the black obelisk was. And when you mind spiked, you saw around the obelisk that some kind of gate or portal was forming out of flesh. And you could see the dwarves on their knees, their fluids and bones being what's that word?
Decomposed.
decomposed and pumped into this vent thing, being like the life literally sucked out of them.
And you saw Daario.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, forgot about him. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so he was getting attached to the fleshy body as well,
Yeah, we
wasn't
saw him get thrown down, and something leering over him.
Yeah, and I got the impression that nothing bad was going to happen, and we could rest and take our time.
For 3
Yep.
days.
Well,
was it?
actually, yeah, you found out. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd
wasn't
be
it?
a while.
3 days before Daario dies.
Or was it
Well,
3 days
no,
for
3
the
days.
portal?
It was
Portal.
minimum. A minimum of 3 days, but 3 to 7 days you estimated. I think you made a check, and it was 3 to 7 days that you thought the portal would be complete, and these entities that you saw on the outside of the other realm just waiting on the gate, waiting for it to be complete before they clawed their way.
But did I get an indicator of, is Daario okay for now? Or he's in
he was
immediate
alive.
danger?
You saw that he was alive.
Okay, so he could be like up next to be disintegrated for all we know. 3 days doesn't really mean much now.
Yeah, was there like a...
I thought there was a time you kind of guesstimated how long.
No, but I think it was the portal.
Oh, okay.
So we don't know what if. So it's like 3 days to 7, 3 days to a week. The portal will be up, but Daario could be done anytime. That's what it sounds like.
But you don't know when that when that portal is complete, if they could all come in, or if it's like one a day or something. All portals work differently.
Yeah, so that happened.
Was he able to put a time frame on how long Daario might be alive?
Not sure.
Like, what we want to know is, can we long rest or not?
Yeah, we're trying to like wiggle our way into
Just
that.
tell us, man.
Well, if we're getting into tonight's session, which is 57, by the way, we're getting up to 60
Dang,
sessions.
girl.
That's a long rest already.
You guys currently feel that you're not in danger. The Sky City is quiet around you, minus the thumbing of the engines. But any immediate danger is not present.
But I did know that they are coming, right?
Yeah, so, and then they saw you.
So that was like, go find him right now, sort of order.
It was go find him.
In your own time.
I mean, they're already looking for us anyway. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they were actually. I think we were just being real busy.
I think it ended with Bjorn saying they're coming.
Yeah.
It did. Epic line. Stolen from the Minds Warrior.
And then Judd's like, fly, you fool. Alright. So, again, remember that you guys, except for Harukai, unfamiliar territory. This is claustrophobic for you guys. It's unnatural. It's cold. The air is thin. You're almost like seasick with like, the city's not moving much, but it is floating. So there is a bit of movement underneath your
Jelly
feet.
legs.
Yeah.
Even with the oxygen going on, the air is thin.
Yeah, it's like it's not natural air.
It's like on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are all scared. These creatures are weird. You're following one of your friends that you've known for a year and a half, possibly to death. You've lost one of your friends that you've known for a year and a half. It's getting bad. So, as you guys all stand around in this room, I think, Thalion, you're still outside clearing Drea's spell.
Yeah.
The Sky City creaks around you guys. Drained, tired, and on edge, you guys look to each other with newfound, I would say, tolerance for now. As you guys decide what your next steps from here will be. remember Jed said that Yavil and the rest of the Giant's main crew were trapped inside the Barrack Zilfin Den. And to get to them, you guys would need to reconnect power from the Admiral ship back up to the den to get into there.
And how long did you say that would take?
A few hours at least, like half a day probably. And then also there's the case of Daario.
Is it half a day to get to
12 hours?
what's on?
So, what do you guys do?
Who's coming?
That is a good question.
Harakai, are you coming or not?
Darlene, get over here.
But
We should really use inside voices. As your voice. Rah, 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 rah.
followed by the last piece of rubble that he throws down the hall. And you see him storming back towards the dome.
Who's coming?
They are.
Shit. How do they know where we are?
I have been invading their thoughts, which are all connected to the hive mind. And whatever it is at the core saw me. Knows I am here, and it wants me dead. I would say all of us. They are building something with flesh. But at the very least, I am a target.
Alright, well, we better move, right? Right?
Do we have a move?
Well, I mean, if they know we're here. There's 4 exits from this room, right?
Correct.
Kind of stops and thinks for a second.
There's more. I saw Daario. He's alive.
Okay.
For now. They've taken him to the obelisk, where those things are everywhere. And they seem to be building something out of the flesh of your kin. And Daario may become part of the recipe. The feeling I got from being within their thoughts is that it would take a few days yet at the rate they're going, but I don't know if they have enough resources or if they're seeking more bodies. And if Daario has long at all. These fleshy veins in the vent. I think that's what it's mostly using to pick up what it needs. Those beasts, those monsters are just their hunters. At least that's what I've gathered.
Well, I don't think any of us are in the condition to go running straight into the hive mind at the moment. And Harakai just is touching one of the wounds on his chest and he just looks at it.
Even if we are in full strength, going straight to the hive mind would still be a stupid idea. Very, very dangerous. It would probably
Especially because it knows we are here now.
Maybe we can use that to our advantage. I mean, think about it. If they know you're here by the mind spike, maybe we can use that to lure some of them out.
to use me as bait, little boy. It's fair, it's not a bad idea.
But regardless, not in our condition.
Well, they know we're here. So either way, we've got to move. Otherwise, we're about to get ambushed really bad.
Yes.
My idea is perhaps we could set a diversion. My accent just changed. Set a diversion through the other halls, and then go through another one.
They seem to hunt by sound, yes?
So
At least. That's one of their primary...
how about smells?
Just recalling with Daario, when he was doing his stealth check, was he being noisy?
It was only when Hurricane and Thalion started yelling and they're running.
And that's when...
I think we have to buy Daario sometime. I agree we can't launch a rescue the way we are now, but I think we must buy him sometime.
What if we attack the veins? He's at the heart of it. We attack the veins. The vein can't get anything to the heart. We buy him some time, and then we go there.
Yes. But the amount of time that it would take. Is there some sort of way we could burn the whole place?
Well,
That's the quickest way. An explosion. Set it off, destroy this part of whatever, wherever we are. Take out a whole bunch of those veins, which seem to be through all the vents.
well, Kyla
Slow
did
it down by
already
some time.
set fire to a hallway.
And
We
then
could
what?
check if it worked.
I mean, yeah, there is pipes blowing
So if we're gonna blow this sector, where do we go from there?
Where are your friends, Judd?
In the barrack den.
Right, but if we blow this sector, it's gonna make it a lot harder to repair that energizer to get to that, to get to the barrack den.
So we don't blow this section.
The energizer?
Yeah, it's down, right? It's down, right?
Sorry, what?
The power between this sector and the barrack den.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. I'll need to repair it if we want to get there.
Is that to breathe, or is there something else stopping our path?
That's to open. Well, yes, it's for the pressure, but the doors have an auto lock mechanism where, in order to keep pressure on the inside, they automatically shut themselves and don't let anyone in from the outside.
I see.
So,
I have an idea. You said we have to poison the veins, right? Poison the bloodstream. I might have a way to do it. Could someone give me a lift?
Mm-hmm.
Daario's still covered in the slime stuff, by the way.
Cousin.
Coming
Be
back
useful for once.
Sure.
Is she planning to get it high?
I have no idea.
We're going to get Daario. We're not going to get Daario. We're going to blow it up. We're going to poison it. Can someone just tell me what to punch?
Just be quiet for now.
Once Stray is in the vent, she would like to take out her dagger and make a small slit where, just like in the veins, and she would like to put her hand in it.
Ooh.
And once her hand is in it, she would like to use her cantrip poison spray. I don't know if it will work, but... so you extend your hand toward the creature. A puff of gas from your palm, the creature must succeed on a constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay, so you're hoisted up easily by Thalion, and Az climbs on your shoulder, curious to see what you're going to do. You take out your dagger, easily cutting through the flesh. And you can see as soon as you cut through it, it diverts some of the stream back to that bit, trying to heal and close itself. You put your hand on there, and you focus casting your energy through it. It's a gas.
It's poison gas.
Gas streams out your hand and out of your fingers into the stream, and you can see where the vein is. It expands with gas moving down, and you watch for a few seconds as it begins to move down. It turns a dark green colour, and wherever it travels, it slowly kills and seizes it as it begins to die. The whole thing thrums as if you're hurting the whole thing, and there's a small vibration felt by all of you. And you watch as that part or that particular vein, the rest of it cuts itself off from it,
Oh my god.
Nice.
moving around from it.
How does it cut itself?
It diverts everything away from it. You can see like the poison spreading, and it literally tears the flesh apart from each other around that bit so it doesn't spread to the rest of the thing. And you watch as your gas finishes coming out your hand, that bit turns a dark green, sickly, like rotten flesh colour, and stops pulsating.
How far did that
Yeah.
do for that one?
It went.
poison?
The gas went down, and it sucked it through, and it went probably about 10-15 meters before the system almost picked it up and tore itself away from it.
Can I cut a piece of the dead vein? When I die, go and take it with me? I'm gonna go back down.
Alright,
I did something.
we felt it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be enough, and I think we definitely need to move now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, we can maybe make one section safe for us.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but let's move for now. Should I create a diversion in the other halls?
How?
Like this? And then like this? Like this? Like this?
Love it.
Sure.
Alright. Tell me all the things you hate about me. Like, loud, just for the recording.
I don't hate you, Harakai. Throw the stones.
Not what I was looking for. You need to be mad to make it realistic.
Just throw the stones.
Harakai's going to hold the speaker and just kind of like walk on the spot and record it, and then he's going to open a door, toss it down there, and then close it.
You toss it, and you hear it clanking on the metal before it slides across the ground, activating.
Oh, we need to move.
Sweet. And then he's going to make another one. Shoot, where are they coming from? Open the door, throw it down.
Down another door?
Yeah, different thing.
Talon pulls out his trident.
And then he's going to grab another one, and he's going to look around who's the sweatiest at the moment.
Sweatiest?
Yeah.
Probably Jed in his teen years.
Jed, get over here.
Huh?
Come here.
You're gonna throw me down the hole.
No, just come here.
Okay. Yeah?
Lift up your arm.
Oh god. Lifts it up and winces at his own smell.
And then Harakai pulls out an odd contraption with like a sponge at the top, and you see it goes down, and then at the top, yeah, it's like sponge, and then it goes down, and then at the top it's like a spray type mechanism, and he's going to put the sponge in his armpit.
Jed like squirms and giggles. He's like, not tickles, not tickles.
Alright, that should be enough. And then he's going to press the button on the third one and toss it down there, and it's going to smell like Jed now. And
Nice.
disperse that smell.
Nice. All right. Throw it down there. Again, clanking down the hallway before it slides to a stop, and the door's closed behind it.
Alright,
I'm guessing we go down door number 4.
correct.
In the distance, you can hear
Alright, let's move.
Alright.
Lead the way.
Start going down door number 4.
From the distance, as in from the other doors, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, everyone, as quiet as you can. I need
Follow my lead.
We all look at Thalion.
we all look at that.
I nod to you in agreement.
But I still got my steed.
Is anyone else going to mask their set like me? And you look at her and she's dripping.
Oh, what? Oh, the muck.
The goo.
Yes.
I don't think there's enough to go around. We're gonna move. How are guys walking through this?
I get up on Shadowfax. Oh, does it go cloppity cloppity?
It's metal grates and it's a.
Pop fiction.
Alright.
It's just like, Thalion following you with coconuts.
Oh my god, you were seeing that the other day in Elder's room. I remember now.
Oh, okay. I'll dismiss it. But in that case,
Dismissing before you guys open the fourth bulkhead, a long corridor, and you guys start making your way down there. Where are you guys heading?
Wherever Thalion's leading us.
We're not.
oh,
Harakai's leading.
Sorry.
I'm
Har-
right behind Harakai,
yes,
though.
I meant Harakai.
Is Harakai would have thrown it down every hall except the one that leads to the Energizer to the barrack thingo, and he'll be
Okay,
heading
so
there.
you want to head to the Admiral ship?
Yeah, he wants to add head to the battery to enable him to get to the barrack den.
Okay.
sorry. Before I dismiss him, it doesn't say there's a distance or anything that I have to stay next to him. So can I slap his rump and send him down one of the hallways as well?
Sure.
And yeah, he can go real fast. And the only thing is, it says me or someone I choose can ride him. Doesn't necessarily say that he can go off on his own. But I don't see why not. It doesn't say that if you're a certain distance from me, he disappears.
Yep, that's fine. You open the
Go for a
door
shot,
as he rears up as you hit him, and he roars down the hallway.
I'll say give him help before I slap
Is
him.
that a concentration action?
It's a ritual, which I spent 10 minutes last time.
He snorts and neighs, and it echoes down the hallway before he blasts down there. His hooves echoing loud. And you guys all like cringe for a moment because it's so loud. As you guys watch him before the doors close, take a right, and you can just hear before you hear him neigh again in the distance. Before several screeches pick up.
Nice.
Alright, let's go.
As we're traveling, is there veins across the walls and stuff, or the ceiling, or is
You
it...
guys, the for the first kind of hour, there isn't too much. First of all, I need everyone to make a stealth check.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Is
What-
anyone
what happens if-
exhausted?
Yeah,
Just
what happens
keep
if you're
it.
exhausted?
Oh yeah.
-1. To
I'm gonna
everything.
use guidance on Thalion, and as we're going, I'm just gonna kind of like keep my hand on him and like.
I got a 7. I rolled really bad.
Follow my lead.
Alright, add a
7.
D4 to your roll.
At D4?
Hey, Bardic Inspiration would be nice right about now.
I got 14.
Dario's not range.
Oh, nice. I got 4 of it.
Nice.
15 minus 1, 14.
Nice.
I also got a 14.
Yeah.
13.
I did too.
I got a 7.
Olaf
I rolled really
14 and Harakai 13.
Yeah.
You're doing good, Harakai. Like this.
Thanks. And you see as Harakai's moving, he's kind of like holding all the plates of his armor so they don't jingle. And he's just like,
Nice.
What'd you get?
7. I rolled really bad.
oh.
Alright. So, you guys begin moving in the general direction of where you know this compartment is. It sits every barrack den has one that kind of sits in the middle of the den and the admiral ship. So you know in the general direction that you're heading. And like I said, the first hour that you guys spend, it's pretty empty, these hallways. They don't look too battle damaged and there isn't much bodies or veins here. As you guys get closer to the barrack den, more bodies, Quadrum bodies from all sorts of clan appear in the hallway. Behind barricades, in gun firing lines, behind emplacements, like makeshift emplacements that they've put up. Fire and bullets scorch all walls, and you can see furious battles that were probably done over multiple days. Skirmishes moving back and forth between the hallways. Bulkheads that have been sealed, some that have been blown up. It's even though it's like small, multiple skirmishes happening everywhere, it is a rough scene, and the carnage is intense. As more bodies begin to appear in the hallways, you do notice veins busting out of the vents, creeping down the walls and connecting themselves to these bodies. Some of them you can see have been connected for quite a while. Their flesh almost sunken in, as they've got no bone structure to support them anymore. And you can see the veins pulsating and dragging up the biomass to the main stream up ahead. Were you going to do something?
I just had a thought, guys. Hypothetically, if Daario poisons one of those bodies, and those big creepy things comes and drains it out, you reckon the same thing will happen 15 meters? Or you reckon it will travel?
I mean, we know what happened in the vent. I'm assuming Joe would have told us. Yeah.
Or if we, hypothetically, I know this is wrong, but if we poison one of the bodies during the spray and lift up a body or anything else in disguise of this thing and put it in one of these veins, would it disintegrate or would it travel to the heart?
Is there a body nearby?
There is a Quadrum squad of Barak Arzen lays in front of you guys. It looks like a furious melee combat broke out between them and the Barak Sylphim squad.
You know what? We can't do it. We can't disrespect the dead like that.
You see at the moment Harakai is leaning up against the wall with his hand on one of the pipes, and he's just looking down, and you see his hands shaking, his legs shaking. You see sweat dripping down his face, and he's just kind of there looking down, and he ain't looking too good.
And what? Did you say?
He's like gone pale, sweating, shaking.
What the hell?
He's kind of just leaning up against the wall and just looking straight down.
Would you allow it, Harakai? Are you alright?
Keep it together, Captain.
I'm gonna grab some water from my bag and give it to Harakai. Or just have the hand out.
Harakai's gonna grab it, and as he grabs it, he's kind of gonna fall down and lean against the wall. And just have his hand like this and just take some water.
Do we have any berries or anything, Drea?
Oh, I have a potion.
What to do?
Drea passes you a healing potion.
No, this is hard for you, Harakai, but I don't know. I'm not a dwarf, but I met some of your clan. I spoke highly of you, and I just want you to know that they all fought willingly to defend the clan and to defend you.
There'll always be time to remember them.
I was sick. And then Harguy's gonna put his goggles on so that it's harder for people to see his eyes. He's actually gonna close them, put his hand on the wall, and just follow the wall.
Can I take the water bottle from Harakai? Just want to pour some on the veins, see if they react to it in any way.
You pour it on a vein that's on the wall, drenching it a little bit, and you can see that as it runs down the vein, a second vein sprouts out, catching it and absorbing it into the vein, pumping it up. You see Jed take out a dagger and cut one of the veins, his knife scraping on the metal wall behind it. And he watches for a few seconds as the vein kind of droops down before the vein that's connected to the main one stretches and reconnects to it before it starts sucking up again.
I am going to go to Harakai and try to put his arm around me and just guide him through this spot.
Thanks.
Gotta keep moving.
I'm sorry for this suggestion.
I'm gonna move back towards Drea.
So how much of that stinky stuff can you make?
No, really, it grows on my hatred. And you produce poisonous things. Once you have poison inside you.
I've got an idea. If you can make enough, maybe when we get to our destination.
You guys continue for another hour and a half, moving slow and silent. The bodies and the carnage grow. The battles grow. Until you guys come to the end of the section where you've pressurized. And Haruka, as you open the last bulkhead door, it opens to another room where red lights are flashing, signaling that this section is down. You know you've arrived in the general vicinity of the section, but there's no pressure here, and there's no air.
No air again.
Like a lack of air or no air?
Lack of air, thin air.
Alright, the air in this section is gonna be thin again. I need to get there to fix the engine.
Another 2 hours.
This one's a bit bigger. How
Is there
much?
no other way?
It's you know it's going to be a task, like it's especially with just by yourself, it's going to be a task, and then once you have fixed it, like you haven't assessed the damage yet, but you're assuming there's probably some kind of damage that shot it down. And once you've done the damage, assessed and fixed the damage, you know that it takes multiple people in different locations to trigger switches at the same time for the connection to happen.
Oh.
and you guys are going to be separated.
Mm.
Can we not just punch the doors in?
Yeah, pry it open.
These are like to the barrack den. Each barrack den, it's not like the bulkheads that you guys have been through. They're like massive. Like think of a castle door. Like they're massive doors to each den.
This is gonna take some time, so there's nowhere to dock there, right?
Dock on the ship.
Dock on like dock closer to, like on the other side of this area type thing.
Look, like when you were flying in, you could see that the barracks of Den was badly damaged. So there wasn't like somewhere where you could dock like you guys did before, but you could possibly. And there's like, if these doors are sealed, the doors would be sealed from the outside as well. But you might be able to find a way to squeeze through some like service hatches or something and make your way in.
Sorry, just to clarify, because it's what I'm not understanding. If we're flying, right, is there a reason we can't fly over things to get to the Admiral ship?
No, you can.
So we can fly over the city and come down onto the Admiral ship, can't we? We don't have to go through it, especially being that we've got a smaller raft sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But to actually get into the barrack den,
Yeah.
you can't get in from the outside. Like if this thing is locked down, any entrances from the outside would be locked down. Like it's got multiple big bulkheads.
Yeah, okay. Because I pictured it as sort of tunnels connecting the ships to each other. Is that right?
Correct.
But we just land on top of the ship. We wouldn't be able to get into the ship. Is
Correct.
that right?
You'd be able to get like you guys are currently probably in like the most claustrophobic part of the city. There is a city outside, like a thriving city. But to get to where Yaville and Giantsbane are, they're in the barrack den, which is in the ship, which is like, if those doors are closed, there would be no way to get to them until these doors are open.
Gotcha.
Or like I said, you might be able to find like a service hatch that it would be tight and you'd be able to crawl through.
Is there any way to call them out?
So I was thinking.
Hypothetically, would the vents take us there if they weren't infested?
Would the vents take them out?
Again, you could probably find a service hatch, a vent that connects to like a tight service hatch with cables and things running, where one person would be able to crawl very uncomfortably through.
There is the service hatches, but I don't know about the vents.
Why don't we take the service hatch?
Would we all be able to make it through?
You would, but it would be like you would struggle to make it through. Thalion would definitely be struggling to make it through like a small, tight service hatch.
Unless I turned into
All you need is one person to get in, right, and open the door for the rest of us.
Do you not separate us?
Can you open the door from the other side? Or would it be the same situation?
Be the same
It
thing.
needs to be powered.
Yeah.
So they're trapped.
They're trapped in there at the moment.
Well, I suppose either way we're going to need to activate this at some point.
I don't know if Daario has the time, Arakai.
But
If we're going to do that, then we need to also find a way to destroy part of, or at least damage the veins enough to slow down their construction and hopefully buy us more time to get to Daario.
As this is happening, is there any veins biggish veins where we are?
Where there's big clusters of bodies, there's multiple larger veins.
Okay. Dre just wants to go up to one and she's going to rummage through her pack. And Dre carries sleeping herbs with her because she can't sleep. So she's just going to pull some out and again cut the vein and see what happens when she puts some of the
The
sleeping
herbs.
herbs. Yeah.
You put it in, and you can when you put it in, as soon as it touches like the veins and that acidy biomass, it automatically begins to disintegrate.
The herbs makes it disintegrate.
No, the herbs disintegrate.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
But it doesn't like slow down the pulsing or anything?
No, it disintegrates it, and like anything living or biomass, any wood or anything like that, this thing eats.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
what was that you put in there?
Just sleeping herbs, I thought it might slow it down.
is there like things around here, Abe,
Yeah.
that we can sort of stack to stand up on to get to the service hatch?
Yeah, there's plenty of makeshift barricades that the Caradron clans have been using. Barrels, mine carts that look like there's like a minecart system part of the city that transports, compressed barrels of aether gas. They've been dragged off their trails, flipped upside down and stuff, so there's plenty.
Awesome. While Harikai's checking that out, once Drea finishes with the herbs, I'll be like, Drea, come with me.
Okay.
Wait, where are you two going?
Oh, we're here. I'm just gonna start grabbing stuff and moving it to the center underneath one of the hatches
Alright,
quietly.
Before you do anything, tell us what you're going to do.
At the moment, nothing. Just a conversation with Drea. And barricades.
That's not telling us what you're going to do. Come on. We're trying to work as a team,
I've got
right?
an idea. Drea. Would you be able to poison water like that?
Well, I've never tried it, but I can try.
Say I can provide you with water. A lot of water,
I see.
which would be a lot of poison.
I
They
see.
seem to be attracted to the water.
So you mean to poison the water and then poison the veins?
Flood the vents. It's not a bad idea.
Shut the fence.
Do you think you could do it?
I could do it.
If I could get the water, could you get the poison?
Wait,
I could do it.
there is. If we piss it off now, it will know we're here.
It already does.
Not at the moment, no. We've been traveling for hours and haven't been attacked.
But it only knows we're here because of the hive mind. We
Look,
get rid
I
of the
think-
hive mind, we get rid
I
of
think
them.
all of these ideas are great, but I think if we're going to start activating the Energizer, we want to get done soon. So how about we split into two separate tasks? Half of the team focuses on trying to find a way to slow the hive mind, whether that's with that poison idea or some other means, and the other half aid me in repairing the engine.
Fine.
Can
Is
you fix
there-
it without me this time, Marikai?
I think I could manage.
Double check your calculations. You're a bit sloppy.
Sure. How does that sound? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So just quickly, I know this is a little bit hard to see, but I'll try to replicate the map on here. So imagine in the middle there is a massive ship, which is the Admiral ship. And think of this thing as 6 stories high, metal armored, on the outside. It is massive. You'd easily be able to fit 2,000 or 3,000 people in there.
Oh, wow.
Is it possible you can make the screen bright or just white or
There
something?
you go.
Yeah, I'll do it in a sec.
Alright.
And then all around, there's the 6 separate clans, similar ships. So the ship in the middle is the Admiral ship, where it's mutual ground for all of the clans. And then each clan has its own ship, and then in between they're all connected via these, I know I've drawn simple tunnels, but these are intricate think dwarven Moria mines, they're intricate mines and stuff like that. And then on top of that, if you guys were to go outside, this is the city district on top. And you guys would be in open sky, walking around. There'd be buildings built on top of the ships and
That's
stuff
where
That
like that.
makes sense.
that's
So-
where the barrack den is? On that top level?
The barrack den is on top level of each clan would be a trade district for that particular clan, or stuff specific to that clan, processing plants for aether gas, everything like that. And then the barrack den would be in the middle of the ship,
Yeah.
on the middle level, all armored bulkheads, closing it off from any attack.
Okay,
So
so
hypothetically, if we fly over and we land on here, we can land on top.
Yeah, or even
but
anywhere
then-
in the city, and then
Yeah.
these are all connected by floating sky bridges and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but then there's no way you're saying from the top of any of these to
get
get
in.
inside.
There, you guys, well, Harakai knows that because this has been shut off, there's no way if you landed on the barrack Zilfin Den that there would be no way to get in.
Also,
You don't
it's
know.
barricade from the top as well. So there's barricade on the surface. There's a door that closes it off.
Yeah, so there would be like the top level where you could go in, and then imagine like a massive door going in with stairs leading into it, and there would be a bulkhead as well.
But we can't fly over that.
Yeah, you can fly over that, but you can't like to
can't
get
go through
into
the
the
bulkhead.
barrack den.
Yeah.
To get into the lower levels,
Yeah.
that door needs to be powered to
Gotcha.
open.
Yep.
You don't know what the city like. These could be all powered, or this one definitely would be. And you know you could land on this one, and that big bulkhead that you know is on the surface would be able to lead you down into this one, or any of the others if they're pet operated.
Where's the obelisk? If
You guys already know that it is.
Alright.
No, when you saw that it was like it was an enclosed massive room.
Yeah.
So you would know that it would be like on the lower level of this ship. And again, like think of these like I know I'm saying ships, but these are like when you're on a level, it would exactly when you're on a level, it would be like you wouldn't be able to touch the ceiling. Like one level would be like 100 feet high, and you know.
Holy crap,
like,
these are massive.
again, imagine like Mines of Moria with massive statues. Like dwarves are tiny, but they build massive archways and stuff. Exact same for their ships, and there would be like on one level there would be a statue that's like 200 feet tall, looming over. You know the, and that's just one level. So these are massive.
So, just where are we and where are we heading?
So you guys, this is the Barrack Zilfin ship here. You guys would be somewhere here, or you know, again, there's you know all sprawling tunnels all underneath this city bit. So you guys would be somewhere in this area.
So we're actually heading towards a hive mind then.
You guys are heading this way at the moment. So Harakai, you know that the generator, like for the two connection points, would be somewhere there.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I've sprawled it here, but
Yeah, it
I was
does.
going to show you guys, but I've got all my notes and shit.
Yeah.
Harakai explains.
Huh?
Harakai explains.
Might be a stupid question, but is there any chance that we could turn the ship on? Break away from the city? Tear the veins of the hive mind apart?
The whole city would probably collapse.
Just
From
all these
one ship
ships
leaving?
connected to
The
the
center ship.
to the
No.
center ship.
The
Yeah,
barracks
all
of-
6 clan ships are connected to the
connected.
Admiral ship.
Okay.
And Harakai, just so you know, this is the Skyforge on this side, where there would be almost similar sized ships like in here docked. That these are the ones that go out.
To mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the brew
Brewery?
is on this side.
Yeah. Okay.
And then again, this is all open city. Like it's a massive city, and this is all floating here. Shops, you know, multiple levels high, towers, you know, sprawling up. So think of it almost in 3 tiers, and you guys are on the bottom tier at the moment in these tunnels, which are more like to use to transport the Aether Gold, and you know, this is where most of kind of the transit would happen, and then the city and the trade and everything like that would be out on top of the city in open living,
Makes
and
a
then
lot more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Turn the ship on.
Can the ship, like the Barrack Zilfin ship, be turned on?
If the obelisk is within the Admiral ship and is sending its monsters from there, well, they would be going back and forth, right? They're hunting for more resources to build wherever it is they're building.
Right, but we don't know if there's civilians in the other ships. I mean, if we just leave, they're doomed to die.
I'm not saying leave, I wouldn't leave anyone behind. Or what if we just separated, cleared this ship, built, made it a sanctuary?
Could work, but again, that's going to take time. And if one of our priorities at the moment is Daario,
It's not just one of those keys then.
It's a little more complicated than that.
Damn, why is that ever easy? Can't we just like hit a button and be like,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll make it that easy for you guys.
I mean, we've got to detach from an entire city.
it's just an idea.
It could work, but I think we need to get Daario out of here first. Alright, so what do we think? Split into 2 teams? Maybe me and Jed go to the engine room since you have a helmet.
What?
And can breathe. Whilst maybe the rest of you stay here and try to figure out some way to slow down the hive mind. I don't like the idea of splitting up, but I can't see any way.
Wait, if you're in the engine room, like, we just need to clear the hive mind. Like, we can start next to you, can't we?
What do you mean?
Like, there's vents in the engine room or next to the
Yeah,
engine
but
room.
it's not pressurized, so it'd be hard to breathe. Yes?
Will you and Jed be enough?
Probably not, but I don't see how any of you are going to stay in there for more than an hour without falling unconscious.
I can go to give you a hand.
Breathing. How do you breathe?
I can't.
Darien goes to a nearby fallen soldier and he's gonna pull some rope out of his pack and he's gonna give it to him. And he's like, payment for your work. And he's gonna take the mask.
What
the
are you
breathing
doing?
apparatus.
What are you doing?
You grab the mask and you see the latches on the side, unlatching them, and a hiss of aether gold comes up as it's disconnected. Pulling it up, it's a face of a young dwarf warrior, half his head shaved, tattoos on one side of his face, and you can just see the moment of his death still frozen on his face. He's from the Barakabak clan, which is enemies currently to the Barak Sultan clan. But still, like that moment of pulling it off his face, there's just a moment where even you, Thali, looking at the how his mouth is still shouting, his eyes wide, his face pale, you can see the veins underneath his skin. It's a horrible look as he sits there, like slant up against the wall, clutching his hand, still clutching his side from some kind of aether shot that's torn through him.
No one's in shock for a while for how young he is. He's gonna search his pack and he's still got a light hammer. He's gonna take the hammer and put it into his hand.
It's probably worth a lot more, but I owe you.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna be like,
This worked before, so he's going with you.
Is that helmet even going to fit him?
It won't
no,
fit
like
him.
their breathing apparatus.
But again,
but
one hand you're going to constantly need, and it will. You
Would
know,
it
like
fit
the suit is all sealed, and that's why it's pressurized. So this is just
yeah, I know it's not perfect.
it's a band-aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Would the helmet fit anyone else, like Kyla or something?
Again, the helmets would fit, but it's the
The
whole
rest-
suit.
oh,
the
the
whole
rest is
suit is
pressurized.
pressurized.
It's hard to put on the whole suit.
Carla, yeah, you'd be able to put on a suit.
Like,
It'd be
You're a teenager,
uncomfortable,
Thomas, right?
and you know you'd be probably a little bit too tall for it.
Yeah.
But it you could make it work. It'd just be a little bit restricting.
oh, Drea wouldn't be
We're
huge.
doing the vents. Oh, unless we start in the engine room. Oh, but then you would need one too.
I'm built like a horse, so it would fit me
I thought you said whore, not horse.
there. That too.
That's true.
This is the ideal.
I'm surprised these necro thingies haven't hit on you yet.
Give
Turn around,
serious.
yeah, just making out one of them.
They are so bad. Alright, so
She's like, I'll stay behind.
Arakai, how much more would I owe him for the rest of the suit?
4 times everything you own. Actually, probably more like 1,000 times.
It's not that good, it's scratched.
Alright. Well,
Trying to haggle.
yeah, rather than haggle with the dead dwarf. Sorry, Harakai. What are the teams? Are you going with... You're the only one who can wear the suit?
If that's alright with Harakai.
Or do you think you'd be more useful with Team Poison Veins?
Just so you know, Salion's genuinely not trying to be disrespectful. He does think he does it as a concept of cost of things.
I could put down a few platinums instead.
What's better off if I go or not?
That's up to you. Like, what do you want to do? Or what is
I think you would be the only one that can fit in the suit.
Yeah, I think I probably should go give him a hand to help speed this up.
But if Carl doesn't want to, like, it's up to you, man.
Yes, I will go with Harakai.
Cool. All right, let's start it then. How long do you need?
With 3 people, how long does Harakai estimate? Well,
3 hours.
I haven't seen the damage yet, but hopefully it's not too bad.
All right.
3-4 hours.
Well,
But again, you know that once you assess the damage, there's almost 2 control rooms pretty far apart, and once the engines get going, it's gonna get loud, which will attract noise, and you're splitting the party, and then you're gonna be split again.
How?
all right.
What's the distance?
Fuck me, I hate this place.
It'll be like probably 200 feet between both rooms, if not more. It's one like section, but it's
Corridors.
yeah, and both have to be activated at the same time.
Your walkie-talkie. What's the distance on that?
I'm not sure if I have that on me.
So I mean, it can be done. I'm just Harakai would have this knowledge.
But anyway, Kyla's going to go to the buddy. And he's gonna pay and just put it on his chest or something. And he's like, full payment or something. And he's gonna grab a suit.
Wait. Before you grab that, we need to figure this out. Because we're gonna go fix the engine, and then we need to split again to activate it in order to progress. And when that happens, the engine's going to be super loud, gonna attract a whole bunch of noise. So none of us can be in the engine room. We have to split to progress. That doesn't sound too good.
What if we fix it? Regroup.
We need to buy Daario sometime.
Look, how about
How
this?
long does the poisoning take? Try it. Let's just try it now. We're wasting time as it is.
Would this even buy time?
I'm poisoning the veins.
Yeah,
Hope
but
so.
we're not poisoning the. Like all I'm saying is like all the action is actually taking place at the obelisk. Like they have the bodies, and the bodies are going directly into the
But they're
into
getting the bodies
portal.
from here.
What are you guys trying to achieve?
Trying to buy Daario some time.
Yeah, like damage.
How by
By
damaging?
damaging the
the
hive
bodies.
mind and
Obviously, if we go straight there, it's suicide.
slowing it down, maybe making it.
Focus
kind
his
of-
attention
focus
somewhere
his
else.
Yeah.
We're just trying to buy time.
But by damaging these bodies out here, it'll definitely buy time by slowing down the portal, because it's not going to have, the biomass to continue to build that portal.
Okay.
But keep in mind that won't buy Daario any time.
But would we know that? Or would Bjorn have known that through?
It would, you saw beyond that there was dwarves there around the obelisk, all connected to it. You know, directly feeding them. So there's no reason why I wouldn't just connect up to Daario and feed it up.
No,
Even if something's damaged out here, it will definitely destruct it. But this is a live, connected hive mind all over the city.
I mean, as a matter of fact, if we damage this area, it might just be like, okay, this area is not getting enough. We need more from the main source, and it might actually feed more bodies.
You guys are on the right track of slowing down the portal because you're not, it can't feed it and grow it by poisoning or destroying these bodies.
Look, to be honest, I don't think you guys are going to be much help in the next room since there's no air, and I don't really think there's much else for you to do unless you want to rest, or maybe while in Bjorn's dome you try to take out as much of it as you can, even if it won't help Daario. I think it's better than just sitting there, right?
Can I just have a real good think about everything I saw again? Is there anything that I can consider if this is not the way to buy Daario time? Is there anything else that potentially we could do? Like, I don't know if you want me to do a roll or something, but like anything that, like, I don't know, would specifically give Daario more time to live.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
Investigation.
Because realistically, we can't get to Daario any quicker.
Yeah,
You know.
that's why I'm trying to buy time. 16.
Okay, come with me.
So, Bjorn just walks off by himself, talking.
Well,
Yeah.
talk. Alright, but we're all agreeing,
Gosh
right?
darn it, Daario.
Damn.
We're
Why
all,
do you have to be so gullible?
we're all agreeing though, right? So, me, Jed, Kyla,
Yeah.
definitely go to the engine room because that's what needs to get
Because
done.
like even if
the
we do
most.
get Daario, it's like this portal is still gonna open. It's still gonna be.
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just
so
thinking-
either way, I think slowing down portals is
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
And like, I think slowing
Yeah, I
down the
think-
portal.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just thinking, like, what else is there for you guys to do?
Exactly, yeah.
Because this is gonna be a while, so you might as well try and take out as much as you can.
The
I'm a
thing
little
is,
bit
I
worried
don't
that-
even know if this will work as well, which means we'll just have to find a different area. I'm just trying to make your poison a bit more potent.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I can only do it once and I'm out until I rest.
Gotcha. There is another thing though, that if you guys are going to go piss off this, big area of the veins, that it might go send its, soldiers or warriors or whatever.
I
to-
don't think it will though, because when Drea did it, it just tried to
Yeah.
detach itself from it.
Yeah.
That is true, but if there's if it's just a nuisance, it might detach. But if you guys make a big, enough,
Yeah. What I'm hoping though, because that's why I tried with the water, it seems anything living, it does suck in.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping rather than us actually damaging it,
it will
it's sucking it in, and damaging
but-
itself.
The only thing with that is,
Yeah, which is brilliant.
what if it sucks it in and like delivers it to Daario or something?
No, because
No,
sucking
because
out
it
of
sucks it. Yeah, it sucks it out of them.
I wish we poisoned
It
Daario
doesn't
before
give
we
it-
went or something.
Problem
Not
solved.
to kill you,
Portal
but,
done.
so you're not eaten from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already detached from him, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Actually,
because
that's a
it's
good
not.
point. Keep that in mind. If any of us get attacked and taken, try and poison us.
Yeah. I should
But
poison you
but
guys
it's
now.
not like it didn't the guy took him, right? So the guy's gonna take us, and it will
Yeah.
still take us. But the vein didn't take Daario, did it?
No.
Because he would have disintegrated in the vein.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, Daario just got taken to the hive
Yeah,
itself.
but he wouldn't have been able to get linked up because the linking up's from the veins.
Exactly
Oh,
right,
yeah. Okay,
And
so
if the
every time
poison
they try to
damages the
link up.
veins,
They would have connected to him,
Oh, then it
sucked
would've
in
been-
some poison, and then cut itself off.
Ah,
Found
that
something else.
is smart then.
Can you like coat us in the poison?
What,
Kind of like the mucus?
Because it's a gas.
Mix the mucus and
You'd have to have some sort of protective layer on us and then the poison on top somehow.
Yeah.
unless we do put the goo.
The thing is that
and then do the
this
rest.
is
I don't know if that would work.
poison, so we're taking D12 damage
That's
technically
what I'm
as well.
saying.
I
Yeah,
can
it's
roll
a
low.
gas, so
But I'm thinking, like, you know how the DM was saying, like, with the service hatch, how we can get into the hall.
Barrack den, yep.
Yeah. If Dre has a short rest, you can turn into an animal, get through there, and maybe like pass on a message or something even.
Yeah,
Like
but like
to-
even if you get in there, like
Again, it's good ideas.
yeah,
Thank you.
but if you go in there, like
But at least you guys aren't working alone. At least they know and they can work on that end as well. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
but I think they're gonna freak out when they see you.
or
Okay, true, actually.
or rather than us going to them, why don't you go there and get them to come through the service hatch to us? Why are we trying to open it all to get
Well,
to
we're
them?
trying to
Ego is wounded.
long rest, and
Yeah.
that's really safe in there.
But is there one guy in there, or is there a whole group of guys?
As a group.
There's Giant Spain and a few other stuff.
The 4 swords, or the rest of the
Yeah,
3
if we
swords.
can get more help, maybe we finish faster, or don't think it'll help.
Yeah, like we can clear the vents.
I'm just thinking like
Yeah.
at some point we're gonna need to activate this anyway because they're gonna need to get out. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
but what
thinking
he was
because
saying.
this is active. They were saying that this would be active. So I'm saying rather than us fix all this to get to them to then get to this, why don't we get them to come to us, get back on the raft with them, and fly to there?
And keep in mind as well, something that you guys might not have thought of. They're probably safer than anyone at the moment.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're 100% safer than Daario is. Like you know, like that. If Jed told you that they've been in there for a while, and if that thing has closed down, that's the safest place to be and a lot safer than Daario.
Because
What-
correct me if
why
I'm
did
wrong,
they-
based on what Harakai told us, if we flew to this, we can come to the bottom levels through the like this would be powered, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? So we could actually get to the bottom levels through this.
Correct.
Yeah. So rather than waste the time opening that to get to them, either get them to come to us through the service hatch, or we get back to the raft, fly to here, save Daario, come back and get them.
But we need a rest
We need a
regardless.
rest.
yeah. Hang on. Get them. This is tough. Get them to come to us.
Why did they... Jed got separated because they all left, right?
They got attacked. Like they went out like a small search party to get search for
How
survivors
did
and
they get
materials.
out?
Who?
They
When
can't
they-
get out, they're trapped.
It was powered, and then when they got attacked,
it was a power.
it something either attacked it or
Okay.
something happened during that attack, closing it to shut down. Everyone was running through there, and Judd was the last one before it slammed
Yeah,
shut
same.
and sealed.
Gotcha.
Okay. New idea. What if I create a message? You run it through the hatch as some sort of small thing. Drop it in there. They hear my voice, and then we maybe tell them to meet us at the top of the Admiral's ship.
Can they make talking rocks too?
I mean, why don't you just attach a walkie-talkie to her? Or
I
whatever.
don't have the materials at the moment to make it.
Would there be Aether Gold in there? Could we make Aether Gold bombs and take it to the others?
I mean,
Once
probably,
the people are
but
out, we can blow it up, right?
first off, we need to get them out. So I think let's focus on that first.
Or at least let them know we're here.
Right.
I'm confused on the plan.
Okay, here's our two options. We split off, half of us try and kill this thing, and we set up the engine room. That's option A. Option B is we get back onto Fortune's Wind, travel to the service hatch at Barrack Zilfin's Den, and then I pass a message as through Drea, while she's a small animal, through the service hatch. She drops it into the hall. They hear our message, and I guess from there all we can do is hope, really.
Can they send us one back?
I'm sure they could figure something out.
Is
I
there,
could go in and get the message.
And
is there any
just
way?
again, I can't guarantee they won't shoot at you, so...
Unless I have something of yours to prove that I'm on your side.
Still can't. I'm sorry.
Is there any way we can get them out without opening the doors?
So,
I mean, this service hatch, as he was been saying.
Like with Yuvil wounded, they would not be able to make it through the service hatch. Again, like each person would be tight by themselves. They would have to carry Yuvil through that. But again, I just want to reiterate that they would be in the least current danger. Like there is no fast need to get them out. At this point.
So they're safe in there.
Okay.
We take them out, they're in danger, right?
Yeah, that's what the plan I'm confused.
But also strength in numbers, right?
Strength in numbers.
Isn't that what we're going with?
Let us
If
just
we
let
had-
them know they got help for you.
If we had the time, we'd repair the doors, we'd go in there, we'd have a party, we'd have a brawl. But right now, maybe we can sneak one or two of them out of there, keep the ones who are unable to fight hidden safe, where no one can get in, and we take the able-bodied ones with us to the obelisk, try and take down this thing, save Daario, and then come back for them.
How many more would we be able to fit in Fortune's Wind?
With Daario gone, probably one more, to replace Daario.
Unless I
So
leave.
Jed.
But there would be other ships around. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Run with that.
I mean, while we're all exhausted.
You're right, we'll have to rest in between.
Look, I think that's the best shot at the moment. The more we have together, I think the higher chances of us saving Daario and surviving ultimately. But again, like, I don't know.
If only we had someone like Io's meet right now.
Cody,
That
come with me.
existed, no one in particular.
I was just about to say I'm going to do something.
Okay, I'll just
I have a bad plan.
All of the plans have been bad so far. Out with it.
I could maybe rescue Daario. But if I don't know, this is a really bad plan.
What is it? What is your plan? If you're rescuing your comrade in arms, it might be worth it.
Okay, I could always, if I've fully rested, turn invisible, sneak up upon board, stealth, and teleport me and my soft Daario out of there.
Alright. But you'll have to rest.
And we're gonna have to leave you alone.
That's why it's a bad plan.
Alright, I'm gonna
But I think I can do it.
if I mind spike this thing again.
It's gonna know
Is
where
it-
we are.
No, straight away, or can I stealthily mind spike? I don't know.
No, like when you
Like
mind
resist it.
spiked it, it was again, think of it as one hive mind, but it's multiple minds. So this thing wouldn't know exactly where you are straight away. It would be searching for you through all of these things, looking for where you are before it locates you. And then that's the sense that you got as well. Like you were like in the hive mind before, and then it found you. So there would be a chance where you could get in and get out, and nothing would happen. How long you want to spend in there, or how long you're able to spend in there. Obviously, the more time you spend in there, the better, the higher chance it will to be able to find you.
Just hypothetically, if one of them found Beyond, would they all know where Beyond would be? Because
Correct.
they all
'cause
connected.
yeah, it's one hive mind. Yeah.
Alright, I could try and tap into this thing again. Quickly, and resist any attempts made at finding our location. And just check in on Daario again. because everything happened so quickly before that I'm not sure, but I think he has time. Based on the dwarves that I saw, that were part of this fleshy machination. They didn't seem dead. Not yet. Seems to be slowly feeding on them while preserving them, so it can feed some more.
Okay, but don't risk our position.
It is a risk.
If you can't find him within like, I don't know, the first 10 seconds or so, jump straight out.
Fine. Count to 10, tap me on the shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. So you walk up to the vein, and before you place your hand on it,
I don't have to touch it. That makes a difference.
okay, you focus your energy and send it out, and almost like a needle point towards the vein.
Oh yeah, I don't have to roll for it. It's a roll on their behalf for damage. I don't know.
As soon as you send out that energy, you guys see Björn's eyes flip back as he connects to the hive mind, and you're immediately sucked through 100 different visions and voices and
Glow
noises.
comes from his eyes. I just want to say.
As you almost like a cart speeding through these veins, going from eye to eye. You're like bouncing around from vision to vision, clawing through claws.
And I'm just focused on Daario, like the thought of Daario, the feeling of Daario, the I don't know, like everything that Daario means to me. I'm just sort of trying to focus on that.
Nice. Okay. Make a con saving throw with advantage because you described that one.
Okay.
Let's go, Bureau. Let's go, Bureau.
Do I have
Guidance?
yeah.
How are you going to guide him, Harika?
Guys, counting
8,
down.
That conversation that we just
7,
had.
6, 5.
Let's make it worse. Let's make it worse.
It's like reverse.
Oh, you can add 6.
I rolled 2 8s. What the shit? Which makes it a 10 plus 3, 13.
Slim. You bounce around for a few seconds and you hear Harikai's voice distant. 1, 2, 3. You shoot across the other side of the city and you're through the eyes of a creature tearing through a Karadrim as it gets blasted with bolter shots by plasma rifles. They're hunting down survivors. Then you're in the vents, crawling, dragging a dead body with you. And then you're stalking something. And then you hear loud hooves and you're chasing after this black beast as it bounds down the hallway. And you're focusing as much as you can. You remember conversations and good drinking times that you guys had, and then the final memory that comes to you is in a forest. You're large, you're sweaty, you're stained with blood, not your own. And in the shadows, dimly lit by the full moon, you see a hunter. Cloak raised, bow in hand. It's drawn, and for a second your heart skips. But he slowly lowers it.
What?
Daario!
And then you see Daario. Well, you don't see him, but you feel him. You see through his eyes. He's not in the den. He's not in the obelisk.
It's a flashback.
He's walking, stumbling through the holes.
Wait,
You
what?
see a rifle in his hand, 6 barrels, smoking. You can hear his breath, which is your own breath, coming in, coming out. He's trying to control it. The air is thin.
Oh, I know.
He peeks around the corner. Something moves in the shadows, and he rests his head for a few seconds. He can hear thumbing, and all he can think of is that's where they must be. I've got to get to them. He peeks around the corner, stumbles a bit as he moves in the shadows, red lights blaring in front of him as the world spins. He's putting in another piece of ammunition to the last barrel as he slowly twists it and clicks, cocking the rifle again. I've got to get to them. And then you hear Harakai's voice. 7, 8, getting more anxious and more anxious. And as his voice gets anxious, you hear behind you, you don't know if it's like coming from behind Daario or if it's coming from you, whispers, clicks rushing towards you, and you know you got to get out. It's close. It's close.
10.
Wow.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
And that's where we'll take a break.
Oh my god.
Daario!
Oh my gosh!
Daario's coming to save us.
Yeah. For some reason, you were like in a forest and like Hunter. I thought like that's how they first met because like back in Suborn,
Yeah, that's
like,
what I
as
thought.
like.
That's it,
was.
right?
Yeah,
when
because I'm like,
Daario
where
shot
did the
him.
forest come from? And I'm like,
Hey guys, my name's Cody, also known as Daario. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like and your comment from your favourite moment from today. And remember, as always, spread the mythic word.